a bunch of leftover watercolor paper. The kind that's too small to plant something big, but it's too nice to throw it away. It was hot. I don't had much energy on this day, but I still wanted to paint something. So this became the perfect moment to use some of these little pieces of paper and get creative on this summer day. In case we haven't met yet, I'm Tsunani and this is my quiet little corner of the internet where I share sketchbook sessions and other art related things. And if you have been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I'm really glad you're here. In this pad, I'm collecting also small pieces of paper which are leftovers from bigger ones, all kinds of watercolor papers. Sometimes I create colorful backgrounds on them if I have less time, but I want to do something with color. Or here I started a few cuties on them. When I was on the beach, I wanted to draw, but it was too windy to paint with watercolor. So I collect them in here and then, like on this day, I come back to them when I have not a lot of time, or in this case, it was hot outside, I was tired and still wanted to paint. These little projects are perfect for tired moods like this. You have this fast success, you can play with colors, no pressure at all, just slow painting on material I don't want to waste. And if there comes something out very nice, what makes me happy, then I got both being creative and have something nice in the end to frame or sell or give it away to my friends or family. It only can be a win to do that. First one is a paper I once had in an upgrade box. I think I can't remember so well. It should be 100% cotton. It's very smooth. I like how it feels. Later I can round the edges if I want. This makes these little paintings even more cute, like I did with the other ones. I'm using also leftover paints from Rembrandt for this one. I also thought about gouache, but I let it flow and I decided to use up some of the leftover paints first. I thought it would be cute to frame this one a bit, so I used tape to stick it on a piece of carton, then started with the background. I used Rembrandt, cadmium yellow, quin red, indigo, dusk green and dusk violet here. Every time I paint backgrounds, I'm looking very roughly what I want to paint and then just let the paint flow into each other. The watercolors make nice things by themselves and then after drying, I can come back and use what's there. For the second little one, which is by the way the agave paper from Hannemühle, I also used my Rembrandt paints and the turquoise blue from Mijello Mission Gold. Unfortunately, the surface of the paper was kind of roughened up here, but I didn't mind and went on with the next one. For the third one, I used my QOR paints. I wanted more earthy colors for it. And here the agave paper felt so good. I really enjoyed to paint on it. I used Venetian red here, this nice warm yellow, isodilone yellow, perilane violet and Naples yellow. After letting them dry for a bit, I came back to the first one and painted around all the cuties and the tree with a darker mix of the colors. This is always my most favorite step of my watercolor paintings, because then the painting gets its shapes and definition, and it's kind of meditative and super calming. I love doing this. The reason why I started to paint on my leftover paper scraps is that I love to paint on tiny surfaces. I like to tell stories on small formats, and I mostly have not a lot of time in between, so this is perfect. And of course, I don't want to waste my good papers and the scraps which are left. If I have to cut down my bigger sized papers for projects, they are often leftovers. I really don't want to throw them away, even if they are really small. What I'm also doing a lot is to use them for the swatches of my palettes. Then I know which colors I have in them. And if my tiny paintings are not perfect enough to sell them or make something out of it, then I glue them in my sketchbook and painting around them, or just remember the day when I painted it. It's always a benefit to use these leftovers, no matter what comes out in the end. And the pressure is really low. You are working on paper other people would throw away, so you can't lose anything. And if you just want to swatch your paints on them and save them for later, for little cards to write on, for example, in little packages, or for your junk journal, or they can still have so many uses to be creative with them. So don't throw your scrap paper away, use it. For the little fern cutie, I decided I go directly in with my colored pencils. I like the soft pattern the watercolors made. I use polychromos here, by the way. I really like how this came out in the end. I love the colors and the whole vibe. Then I did the same with the last one, because the paper was kind of roughened up, and this was also a good decision. It became very cute in the end. Using the colored pencils on the last one was just a joy because of the soft carton underneath. It felt so good to work on it, and in the end I like it a lot. I used an Opera Orange from Arrtx for some color pops here and there, and I used the white and the indigo for more texture. Oh, and I wanted to inform you, there will come one more video in July. I've planned a nice creative sketchbook session for you. And then I will make a summer break in August. I'm not exactly sure if I will be back in the end of August or in the beginning of September. I will let you know in my community section here on YouTube, also on Instagram. I will still be here for my Patreons, of course, and I will post in my Instagram stories here and there. You could subscribe and activate the bell that you don't miss me after my summer break. However you decide, keep your eyes open. So that was my tiny scrap painting session. Nothing fancy, but I felt good to just make something without overthinking it. If you've got leftover paper lying around, maybe this is your sign to use it. No plan needed, just grab your colors and see what happens. Thanks for spending this quiet little art moment with me. So please don't forget to like, and perhaps you would like to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your support. And a big thank you also to my wonderful patrons. You are amazing. And if you end up painting something on your scraps too, I'd really love to hear about it in the comments, or just let me know what kind of little art you like to make when time or energy is low, or what are you doing with your scrap papers. Then have a wonderful week, my friends. See you next time. Yours, Xunani.